How to play Peanut Butter Jelly Wars. You need 2 players to play this game, and there are 2 teams to pick from, Team Peanut Butter and Team Jelly. There are no gameplay differences between the 2 teams, only aesthetic differences. The goal of the game is to destroy your opponent's jar of peanut butter or jelly. The first one to do so wins! There are 20 different units you can use to either attack or defend. 4 of these units you will have access to every battle, but the other 16 you may only choose 5 of them per battle. This means there are over 4,000 combinations for you to try and experiment with. For this video's sake, I will divide the units into different categories. Default units are the units every player will have access to at every battle. Most of these units are necessary for victory. Unlike other real-time strategy games, you don't use gatherers to gain resources or money. Rather, in Peanut Butter Jelly Wars, you gain money automatically. Normally, you gain $1 per frame the game runs. Peanut Butter Jelly Wars runs 60 frames per second, so you gain $60 per second. However, for each piggy bank you have placed, you gain another $1 per frame, or an extra $60 per second. This means the more piggy banks you have, the faster you'll earn money. The more money you earn, the bigger your army will be than your opponent. The only downside is that piggy banks are very frail and take up space. So a lot of the game will revolve around how well you can defend your banks and claim more space. Bread and toast are the basic walls of defense. They don't attack back, but they can be used to block enemy attacks. Toast is more durable than bread, but more expensive. Additionally, bread and toast each have different properties which makes them resistant to certain types of attacks. Cannons are basic artillery defense that shoot peanuts or grapes back at your opponent. These can be used both offensively and defensively. Flies are a flying projectile shooting troop. They are cheap to produce, and when they're in large groups, they can do massive damage with the seeds they shoot out of their mouths. However, they are frail and weak by themselves. They are especially weak to splares. These fiery beasts attract flies with their burning light. One splare can beat up to 10 flies all by itself. They have high HP, but are slow and a bit expensive to make. With the burning ability, they're able to one-shot pieces of bread and cannons just by walking into them. The worst enemies, though, are the ants. These little guys are fireproof, and they like their food spicy. One ant can eat up to 3 splares all by itself. They are the glass cannon troop of your army. They eat through walls of bread and toast super fast, but it only takes 1 bullet from a cannon to take them out. Flies have a very easy time against ants, since they fly and can't get hurt by them at all. If you want to build up a large army a bit more slowly over time, then you'll want to use these spawner buildings. They are more expensive to buy than basic troops, and they have weak defenses like banks, but if you protect them, they will produce a basic troop for you every 10 seconds for free. Hives produce flies, anthills produce ants, and portals produce splares. Laser cannons are similar to normal cannons, except they shoot further and they do 5 damage per hit instead of 1. Their only downsides are that they have less HP, shoot slower, and are more expensive to make. Due to shooting slower, laser cannons are slightly less effective to take out hordes of smaller troops like ants, but they excel at taking out slower, high HP troops like the splares. Unlike other cannons, iron cannons don't shoot bullets to attack. Instead, they shoot an area of effect blast that has 1 damage to all targets in its blast zone. This cannon may have a shorter attack range, but it has high HP, auto-heals itself, and takes little damage from ants and splares. Gas cannons have the longest attack range in the game, and its bullet leaves an area of effect gas attack which can hit multiple targets over a period of time. They are the most expensive cannon in the game and have little HP, so be sure to protect them well. Known as the apex predators of a distant planet, the bumblers are fast, high-damaging flying troops. The stingers they shoot do 5 damage and they are able to outrange iron cannons. Bumblers are effective both defensively and offensively. These crabs have evolved to use their psychic abilities to shoot spoons that lock onto their targets with their minds. Side crabs make excellent siege troops due to their excellent attack range. Mischievously fast, these little guys will explode on contact, instantly destroying any toast or iron cannons in the nearby area. For some reason, however, their explosions do little damage to bread. Be careful with these little buggers though, so you don't blow yourself up. Perhaps the most terrifying troop of them all, the roar beetles are decently fast and have massive amounts of HP. They are even bomb-proof, meaning gnomes do little to no damage to their hard shell. The most powerful troop in the game is the Unbreakable Flying Object, or UFO for short. They attack quickly with their sonic boom attack, which does 10 damage to multiple targets at once. Keep in mind though, that these troops are expensive and they must hatch out of a vulnerable egg first to be able to do anything. If your opponent takes out the UFO egg before it hatches, you just wasted your money. Lastly, we have the special buildings. These buildings do nothing by themselves, but when combined with certain types of other units, it gives them a boost. Do you wish that your cannons shot faster? Or that your anthill would produce ants faster? Well then, the power bulb might just be for you. When placing a power bulb, a yellow circle will appear around it. All cannons in that radius will shoot twice as fast, and all spawners, including UFO eggs, will spawn their troop twice as fast. This is a must-have unit if you're going for a more defensive strategy. Place down 10 of these on the field to upgrade all of your insect troops once, and place 20 of these to upgrade them all twice. The hive mind is an investment for sure, but it can pay off. Here is how it upgrades each insect troop. It causes the fly to shoot 15 frames or 1/4 of a second faster per upgrade. It increases the HP of the ant by 1 per upgrade. It increases the bumbler's stinger attack by 5 power per upgrade, and increases the roar beetle's speed by 1 per upgrade. Now that you know how to play the game, download and buy the game in the description below. Also, feel free to join us on our Discord channel. There you can discuss the metagame or give us feedback which we will take into consideration while developing the sequel. To keep up with Peanut Butter Jelly Wars updates, remember to subscribe to the channel and to follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching.